Hey, what's going on? You know who it is, you know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. Well, I felt like it was time for me to do another video addressing this subject because basically people are outraged. You know, it's getting to the point as black men and black women, we gonna have to go to war. And it's time for us to stand up for ourselves. And it's time for us to stop letting everybody bully us. I'm getting to the point I'm so tired of gay people trying to bully black people and basically force their policies on heterosexual black men. And I'm so tired of these black artists and they bullshit talking about toxic masculinity and all that bullshit. First of all, there ain't no such thing as no toxic masculinity. Ain't nothing wrong with you being a man that wear pants and wear loosely fitting pants and wearing what you would call, white tees and looking like a man, dressing like a man, and talking like a man. Now, in case you guys don't know, Pharrell is on the cover of GQ magazine where he got on this moist looking ass dress coat. And then once again, he talked about toxic masculinity and talked about his lyrics from a long time ago and all this bullshit, blah, 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 blah. You notice at the end of the day, they only doing this to black men, where they basically trying to sexually confuse black men and basically, like I told you, straight shame black men, where they trying to make it look like if you're a heterosexual black man, that something is wrong with you. And you notice they only doing this to black men, and then they're bringing in these black men like Pharrell to sell out black men. Pharrell, you canceled, bitch. You canceled. You sold black men out. And any black dude that talk that toxic masculinity shit, they sell out. And that's just the bottom line. Ain't nothing wrong with you being a heterosexual black man and celebrating that. You don't have to be against gays, but at the same time, it appears that gays are, or it seems to me that gay black men and gay people are against straight black men. It seems like we're the ones that's being discriminated against. If you want to keep it, if you want to keep it 100, it seems like we're the ones that's being discriminated against. And then the thing is, the alphabet people act like you can't speak out against them, like you can't say nothing about them. And the funny thing is, you got the mayonnaise nation people that then empowered these people to the point to where they feel like they can force their views on everybody. Okay, I'll give you an example. Look at Charlize Theron. And this is another thing that need to be talked about. I'm so tired of these white actors adopting these black children from predominantly Africa and all that type of shit. But then she putting them in dresses and all that type of shit. Talking about she want her children to decide what gender they want to identify themselves as. Well, how are you letting them identify their gender on a solo basis when you putting them in dresses? Now you see this shit, she didn't go do that to no white kids. She went and did that to black kids. Y'all notice that shit? You notice that people love experimenting with black people and black children as guinea pigs, and that's what that bitch Charlize Theron did. But if you go public with this, they gonna try to make it look like something wrong with you. Just like Mario Lopez said a few weeks ago, well, a month ago, where he was basically talking about transgender children and all that stuff, or gay children, where he was basically saying 4 years old probably is too early to tell whether your child is gonna be gay or something. So then, of course, he caught a lot of flack in behind it, but to me, he was just voicing his opinion. I'm getting to the point to where I'm tired of these people acting like you can't say nothing, to where you can't challenge anything. And then they try to say, oh, we're not pushing the gay agenda. You are pushing the gay agenda. You are trying to force that shit on pretty much African American men. This is why I keep telling you we are the biggest targets out there. But my thing is, when is black women gonna start speaking up? You know, Michi X did an excellent video talking about this. Black women got to start speaking up too. Y'all got to do y'all part and say, hey, we don't want our men to look like this. You know, I'm just keeping it 100. They are really trying to enforce this homosexual agenda on, in particularly black men, because they do not want us to mate and reproduce with our own women, let alone anybody. Y'all got to look at the fine print, what's going on. They're using black celebrity men to do this. And now the younger generation is probably going to fall for that shit, because you can be manipulated by TV and what you see and read magazines. Pharrell is full of shit. You know, to be honest with you, Pharrell is a clown, and I don't have no respect for him, because at the end of the day, he sold black men out like a lot of these dudes are doing this day and age. And I'm just keeping it 100. Pharrell is just full of shit. But at the end of the day, it's up to black women alongside black men to speak out. And it's time for us to go to war. You know, it's time for us to go to war and say, hey, we're sick of this shit. This is what I'm saying. Black people can fight against each other, but we can't fight for our right to be straight and proud. There ain't no such thing as toxic masculinity. No, it's about trying to feminize black men, because as I said before, they're not doing this to white people. They're not asking white men on a regular basis to put on dress. But no, they're paying black men to do it and say, oh, well, we need you to show that nothing's wrong with a straight man wearing. Oh, there's plenty wrong with a straight man wearing a dress. Okay, for real. And I'm gonna say this once again: I have nothing against gay people, but at the end of the day, a line has to be drawn in the sand, and we gotta say enough is enough. Okay, if I want to be straight and proud of being straight, that's my right. But you trying to make me feel bad about being straight and trying to make it look like I'm out of place, I'm out of pocket for being a straight heterosexual black man, something is wrong with you. And that is just real talk. So at the end of the day, I just want to say to Pharrell Williams, basically, man, fuck you. For real. You a sellout, you're a coward, and that's just the bottom line. Anyway, this your boy Town Biz. I'm out.